What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully, everybody's having a wonderful day. I am having a very eventful day. It's been super exciting. Did a lot of work this morning, so it's been a very long day. But hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the Mogul brand. It's Hump Day, y'all. When it's Hump Day, it's the Mogul Podcast, right? It's time to get the podcast going, and today might be potentially our last show for the season. We'll start season two later on in the fall, possibly. I'm thinking about getting two more episodes in, but just in case you don't see us for a while, we'll be doing replays, things like that. If I decide that today would be our last one for the season. So if I was going to end it with anybody, I'll end it with an individual that I've known my whole entire life. Well, his entire life. But yeah, I'm super excited that you guys are here. Thank you guys, everybody that's been sharing and liking and commenting. Thank you so much, man. Like we went viral, we got verified on Instagram. Things are getting bigger and better. A lot of people are reaching out, which is great. We want to get this content out there because I believe that it's helping somebody, right? There's somebody that is out there that might be broken or hurting or struggling or might need financial help or whatever it may be. And we're giving you tips and tricks every single podcast. And I'm bringing in some like heavy hitters to give you those. And so, and I want to just super big shout out to those who have participated in the Mogul podcast and it was on a get was a guest of mine. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It goes a long ways and it means so much to me that you were on. You're the reason why that this has taken off and we're in the spot that we're in right now. But let's get today started. Today's going to be a fun day. If you have any children, bring your children to the podcast. And if you're an adult, bring all the adults to the podcast. This is going to be a fun family fun podcast, so you can share it with your kids and kind of show them. But we're gonna get it going. Before I do want to tell you guys a little bit about my sponsor. My sponsor is Black MP Living Water, as it always is. Where can you get Black MP Living Water? Oh, you can go on www.blackmp.net. And with Black MP, we're endorsed by the NFL alumni, and we're caring for kids. And we're doing a campaign. I'm working with an individual in Tulare that are working on another campaign for all the schools. So you guys will see a lot more of Black MP Living Water, even in the younger generation as well. But with Black MP, what is it? It's 77 essential minerals in there. It has a pH of 10. Um, it has soil-based probiotics. There's no preservatives, no sweeteners, no dyes, no nothing whatsoever. It's one of the healthiest products on the market. I stand behind that 1000%. And one of the biggest ones is that MD sticker right there. So it's medically safe. Super proud of that. Super proud of our endorsements. Super proud of what we have accomplished thus so far. So look out for us. Again, where can you get your Black MP Living Water? You can get it right now on www.blackmp.com. So let's get this thing going. Let's get it going. I'm excited, man, to get this one going. Today's segment is Are You Smarter Than Your Fifth Grader? Featuring Mr. Elias Porchia. Why did I choose that topic? Well, I'm going with a different angle. Are you smarter than your fifth grader? It's getting our kids to be smarter than us when we were in fifth grade is the angle. What things are they teaching them? Are we teaching them? Are we molding them? Are we shaping them? Do we know what our kids are going to be when they grow up? Do we have a plan in place? Are we molding them? Are we taking them to where they need to be successful? Are they working on their mental health? Are they in great shape? Whatever it may be, we're working together. Parent and son, or mother and daughter, or vice versa, right? To raising up our kids to be smarter than what we were growing up. And as I tell Elias all the time, I want him, and even in the car today, I was telling him, I want you to have a family, and then I want you to teach your son, to be smarter than you were when you were in fifth grade, right? So it just keeps going and going and going, and that's what we want to do. We want to keep teaching and shielding and molding and shaping our kids to be the best that they can be, the authentic version of themselves, not what you see on social media. We want to see them grow into who they were called to be. So let's get it going. Let's get it going. So today is Are You Smarter Than Your Fifth Grader? And then I have a little thing that we're gonna do. It's called a five love languages. Keep this into the back of your mind as we truck through these questions. Do you know how your kid responds to love? How are you loving them? Are you loving them how you like to be loved? Or are you loving them for what their quality of what their love may be? And I'll explain exactly what I'm talking about when we get to that segment. But it's very, very important in knowing how your kid receives love. And so today I have a special guest. We're gonna talk to our little special guest right here. Not our little, he's big now. Man, I remember when he was in preschool and this dude shot up to be 10 years old, elite basketball player, loves to be in the kitchen, and you're gonna hear a little bit about that, and helps me out around the house all the time. And it's been a complete joy, Elias, to have you as a son. And I just want to say that here on live. It's been just phenomenal to be able to have you as a son and fathership and do this life with you together. So thank you so much, man, for being a great son, man. Um, but we're promised there's not going to be no tears today, so we're gonna try to get this going, okay? Before either of us, I might be bawling out of here and start crying, but no. So today is our special guest is my son, Elias Porchia, and he is 10 years old, like I mentioned, and I'm excited for having him on. So what's going on, son?
Good. How about you?
I'm
I'm
doing.
happy to be here.
You're happy to be here? Oh man, so thank you so much, man. It's an honor to have you on. Have one of my kids on. It's cool. Um, and so you want to get started? You want to get going?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going then. So I have a side question for you. All right, your side question is what do you want to be when you grow up? You typically, before you answer that question, we ask every kid this, right? And it changes over time. So I'm always interested in what my son wants to be when he grows up all the time. So there's one thing that always stood out, and that's what do you want to be when you grow up?
A basketball player.
A basketball player, right? So I already knew that one. Okay, so when we had conversations all the time, I'm like, okay, and it's not dad pushing it on him, on son. It's him loving the game, and I tell him all the time, you can quit whenever you want. It's not about dad; it's about you and what you want. And so I'm excited that he's in. He's a elite basketball player. He was on the Nike Premier team for a few years, and doing travel ball and things like that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that this year, but we'll be back in action once he starts school and get that going again. So, what he wants to be when he grows up is a professional basketball player. I'm excited about that. Do you have a college in mind?
No.
No college? I know it used to be the Oregon Ducks. You still like that school or no?
Yeah, I did.
You still do or you don't?
I still do.
Yeah? Well, that's cool. Just go ahead and talk into the mic though, okay? Good. All right. But yeah, so Oregon Ducks. All right, Oregon Ducks, man. If we're in California, do you like any other team like Fresno State or anything like that? You don't know about them yet, huh?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Okay, because all he knows is about the Ducks. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. We chilling. We chilling. All right. But the second thing that kind of stood out, and I'm gonna ask you the question again, is what do you want to be when you grow up? And what was the second thing you said?
A cook.
A cook or
Chef.
a chef, right? I was like, a chef. Okay, let's support our kids in cooking, right? I'm like, whoa, you want to be a chef? Okay, Mr. Chef Bar D, let's cook some things up. So I started noticing him in the kitchen, and he's actually pretty decent for being 10 years old. And half the things he knows how to cook. Like, what's one of the your favorite dishes that you like to cook? Like, what's one of your favorite things you like to cook?
Steak.
Ooh, yeah, I love a good steak, man.
And a side of asparagus.
And a side of asparagus. Oh no, he getting fancy on us. We better stop talking about that. But anyways, so what you want to be when you grow up is a professional basketball player, and if that doesn't work out, like Dad told you, if it doesn't work out, your next step is being a chef, and I love it, and I'll support that 1,000%. I love to cook too, but I don't think I'll be good as a chef. It's a lot of pressure for me, but it's cool. It's all right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess let's just jump into these questions so we can get these questions going. And so and I have my all my notes up. That's why you see my finger going up or me looking up. I have it right there so in case you guys are wondering. But what do you know how to do? And this is question number one. What do you know how to do that you can teach others?
I could teach him about cooking, basketball.
Okay.
I could teach him how to cook, some stuff and all that.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I could teach him about basketball, doing a lot of stuff, dribbling, shooting.
Dribbling and shooting workouts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anything else?
crossovers.
Yeah. So we're talking. You could teach them what you have learned so far in basketball, some chef stuff. Was there anything else outside of that?
No.
No. Okay. Um, one of the things that we do teach our kids is um, teaching them the love for people too. Teaching them the love for God. Can you teach some kids about God, and
Yeah.
maybe they can find, it's important to love, and if they need to find love somewhere, they can find it in God. And maybe you're not in a spiritual realm, but maybe you could receive some love today. And I try to teach my kid that that's maybe another thing you can teach somebody else to do, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be?
I would be a elephant.
An elephant?
Yeah.
Them things are big, massive. Have you seen a mammoth?
No. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, on
No.
on Ice Age,
Yeah.
maybe on Ice Age or something like that. Them things are big, but why would you choose to be an elephant? What are some things that stuck out to you and you said, you know what, if I could be an animal, I would be an elephant?
Cause mm, they they could keep warm when it's cold.
Okay.
Because of their leather,
Uh huh.
and then they they could do stuff really good.
Yeah, like what? What can they do really good?
Um,
Hunt,
yeah,
maybe hunt.
hunt.
It's gonna be a little scary to be an elephant, and I'm a smaller animal, and I have to attack an elephant. It'd be pretty tough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that. Yeah, but they're cool animals. They're pretty cool animals. Okay, let's try this one. What is the funniest thing that ever happened to you?
The funniest thing that ever happened to me, that when I was in the kitchen, I accidentally fell off of an ice cube.
So you slipped on an
Accidentally.
ice cube.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Did that hurt?
No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, man. Yeah. So, one of the funniest things that ever happened to me was, you're not supposed to. I was telling my son, we were like driving. I was in San Francisco and we're driving back to Tulare, and I had a sinus infection, and you had to take like certain antibiotics for it or whatever. And one of the things on the label that I didn't read is you cannot have dairy with you can't have dairy with the medication. So I didn't read it yet. So we're about to leave. They're like having a convention or whatever, and then so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go grab lunch real quick, so that when I get on the road, I can just go a few hours, and then I won't be hungry until a few hours. Blah blah blah. I got all this in my head, and I got to take my medication, so it'd be good if I do that. Blah 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 blah. So I ended up getting some In and Out. Got an In and Out. Got a big shake, and I remember eating it or whatever and doing all that, and then drank my shake or whatever, and I was like, okay, I got to take these pills. Boom, I threw the pills in, and I started drinking the shake again, blah blah. And then so I went back to my room, packed up my stuff, got in the car. As we're driving in the freaking car, I was like, oh my God, my stomach started gurgling. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, no, not today, Satan, right? I'm like, nah. And so I was banging on the rooftop. I was like, oh man, I gotta go. I gotta go. Stopped at a Taco Bell, man. I had to go. And you know, that was one of my funniest moments. I mean, I had to literally be there to see my reaction. And you can just imagine, man, I was panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, um, What do you think your future will be like in the or what do you think your life will be like in the future?
I'm gonna have a house and a family.
Okay. What else will you have?
I'm a I'm a be a professional basketball player.
You're stuck on that. I love it. Yeah. Be motivated and I always want the best for you, stay to it. That's great. Let's go into number 2 though. Now this is what you should be asking your kids. Maybe they're going into a new grade and kindergarten through 5th grade. By the time they get into middle school, they're probably used to it. But I'm gonna ask my son. This will be the first time me asking him. But all right. What makes you nervous about the 5th grade, man?
What makes me nervous that I don't know what to expect in 5th grade,
Okay.
and I don't know what to carry. I don't like I know what to carry, but it's like it's like really on me
Yeah. Yeah, that could be nerve wracking not knowing,
what to do.
yeah, what to do in the 5th grade or whatever. But I think after the first week, you adjust, and know what the teacher's all about. I heard that you have a great teacher. We don't have to shout her out or anything, but I heard you have a really great teacher this year, which is that's going to help out a lot, right? Which you being nervous. So, I mean, you got nothing to be nervous about. You've been through it 5 years, right? six
Yeah.
years. So, it's just another year and getting closer to graduation, man. Making me feel old, bro. Anyways, what makes you excited about the 5th grade?
What makes me excited that I get to see my friends again.
Oh, okay. You had some pretty cool friends last year. Some of them got you in trouble, but the other ones didn't. Yeah, I mean, you being home for the summer and just family, family, family. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but you want to get that connection going because I know you're the type of kid that loves connection, love connecting with people. Dad's the same way. I love connecting with people. Sometimes when I'm alone, I don't like it, so I have to always call my friends on the phone or FaceTime them or something because I love connection. I love people. So that's a good trait. I think we both have the same little thing. That's pretty exciting though, man. I love it. Okay, let's get to some more meaty things. We're going to get into the meat. What are 3 things you're going to carry into the 5th grade that will set you apart?
Kindness,
Okay.
good working, and paying attention.
Okay. So let's start with kindness. You said kindness. Why is it
Yeah.
important to be kind?
Because if you don't be kind, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be rude, nobody's gonna talk to you.
Right. You're going to lose some people. You're going to lose some friends. And people are going to be like, that dude has got a stank face or he ain't too cool, right? And then you ain't gonna have too many friends if you're not too kind, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Uh,
So you had
hardworking.
hardworking. Man, that sounds like me telling you, right? Why do we got to be hard workers?
So you could go on and on. If you're hardworking, you'll success.
Yeah, you be successful, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Hard workers are very successful. I don't know a hard worker that's not successful yet. I haven't met one yet. Maybe somebody can introduce me to somebody that's hardworking and not successful. That would be I get them on the podcast and see, hey, why are you a hard worker and not successful? All right. What was the other one?
Uh, paying attention.
Paying attention. Okay. You talked a little bit about in the car about that one. That you wanna elaborate on that? You want to talk about that? Why is that important?
Because if you don't pay attention and all of that, you'll get in very big trouble.
Yeah. And then you're not gonna know what's happening. You don't know what's going on, man. You're gonna be lost all year if you're not paying attention. Right? Remember we had some struggles last year. I remember you were talking about you had some struggles last year and paying attention and stuff, and the teacher had to move you up to the front and this and that and straightened you out, and now you're doing better, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good, man. This year we gotta fully focus. We gotta fully focus on what you're trying to accomplish. But I love that, man. I love that. Um, so you said Those are your three, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really good. I would say kindness is number one. Loving people is number two. Honoring your teacher would be number three. Honoring those who are spending time and effortless time with you. Pay it back to them by paying attention.
Yeah.
And so you can grow in that. But we're gonna go to number four. I know this one is carrying on to real quick. And with that, real quick, let me grab my phone for real quick so I can get this quiz going. And this quiz, again, is kids love language quiz to learn how to love your kids. I do this particularly once a year. I ask certain questions. It's a 20-question thing you could do with your kids. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the comment box below, the link to it, and do it with your kids. Have some fun and see exactly what their answers are, and see how it'll tell you at the end, what their love language is, and then talk about it. And that's what we're going to do live with you today. Okay, so hopefully you're still with us, and we're gonna start with it. It's more meaningful to me when, so we're talking about you, right? What
Yeah.
It's more meaningful to you when, number one, I've got a surprise for you, or two, we can make something really cool. Which one is more meaningful? The surprise or making something really cool?
Making something really cool.
Okay. So we click that one. The next one is, it's more meaningful to me when, wow, you did it. So when I say, wow, you did it, or check under your bed for a special present,
The
which
first one.
the first one, wow, you did it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's more meaningful to me when I made your favorite food, or I checked your homework and it looks great.
I checked the homework and it looks great.
Okay. It's more meaningful to me when I'm going to give you a big hug or say that you're an awesome kid.
Big hug.
Big hug. Yeah, I know you're a hugger. It's more meaningful to me when give me a hug or you're terrific.
You're terrific.
Say you're terrific on that one. Okay. It's more meaningful to me when don't worry, I'll pick you up on time, or let's spend the day doing whatever you want.
Spend the day.
All right. It's more meaningful to me when you did a great job or you've earned a special surprise.
Great job.
Okay. Next one is, it's more meaningful when when I say you are smart, or have you made your Christmas list?
You are smart.
Okay. It's more meaningful to me when I cleaned up I cleaned up your room for you, or let's play a game together.
I cleaned up your room.
So you would like it if I cleaned up your room. Okay. Okay, we're halfway through. Is it meaningful to me when let's go to a movie, or give me a high five?
Let's go, movie.
Okay, remember what the question is. The question is, it's more meaningful. So whatever answer it is, make sure that's which one's more meaningful. Okay, just rejog your mind when you answer. It's more meaningful to me when. How did you know? Wait. How did you know how to do that? You are brilliant. So when I say that, or I can't wait to give you a present, which one is more meaningful?
The first one.
Okay, we're getting to the end, guys. It's more meaningful to me when you can invite your friends, or let's go to your favorite restaurant.
Rest no friends.
Okay, we're going to invite some friends, huh? All right. It's more meaningful to me when give me a kiss, or you're number one. It's more meaningful to me when you give me a kiss, or you are number one. You got to pick one.
The first one.
Okay. It's more meaningful to me when let's watch TV together or play tag, you're it.
TV.
Okay. Let's watch TV together. And I hope it's not YouTube.
It's not.
It's more meaningful to me when what would you like to do for your birthday? Or we can pick up your friend on the way to the movies.
What would you want for your birthday?
Okay, getting you something for your birthday. 80% 80% done. Four more questions, guys. Keep hanging with us. It's more meaningful when I always like doing stuff with you or you are so huggable.
The first one.
All right. Always like doing stuff with you. Okay. It's more meaningful to me when you are fun to hang out with or I'll race you.
The first one.
Okay. Because I'll beat you every time when we race. It's more meaningful to me when would you help me cook dinner or I like going to fun places with you. Cook dinner or like going fun places.
Dinner.
All right. And our last one is it's more meaningful to me when would you like me to scratch your back or you can do it, don't give up.
You can do it. Don't give up.
Yeah, you hear dad say that all the time on the court. All right, and we're getting our answer. And our answer is you got words of affirmation. So it's words of affirmation. So what does that mean? He likes to be edified, exhorted. He likes when we tell him he's doing a great job. He is strong. He is brave. He can do it. You can get through this. He loves the words of affirmation. And if I had to choose number two, I think number two is physical touch. He loves to give hugs. Um, he loves to hear "I love you" and things like that. And then three, I would say the third one would be quality time. He loves to spend time with his family. He loves his cousins. Shout out to his cousins that are watching. Loves to spend time with them. Sometimes like to spend more time with them than me, than his own family.
What?
But nah, it's all good. It's all love. But yeah, he loves his cousins, loves his family. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. But that's I'll put the link below in the comment box. You guys can do it with your kids and see what they get. And you know what? Do this. If you do it, I would like to see the comment box filled up, seeing the parents say what their kids got. I would love to see. I want to see if I can find five different love languages on there. So if you guys watch this and you do it with your kids, when you do the link, man, share it. Let's talk about it. I think that'd be pretty dope. I'm gonna put mine's down. I'm put the link and I'm gonna put words of affirmation for ours. But I'm excited about that. But we have one more question before we're out of here. We do have like 2 more minutes on the clock. So, do you have any future projects, things that you're working on? Maybe this year, are you thinking about picking up an instrument?
Yeah.
Yeah, what instrument?
Guitar.
Oh, guitar. Oh, I love the guitar. Yeah. Is there anything else you're looking to pick up or do this year?
Drums. Maybe.
Maybe some drums. So getting into the music thing. Yeah. So what we have at our house is five strict rules that they have to master before high school. And mastering might look different for you guys than it looks for me. I believe that mastering is just an accomplishment, being able to do something that you never were able to do. I don't know all five of them on top of the head. I have it written down and laminated, but I can tell you some of them. So one is mastering school. Being able to graduate high school is a big accomplishment. Do I expect him to go to college? It would be cool if he goes to college, but understanding that there's trade schools, understanding there's opening up your own business, whatever it is that he can be successful in, I believe in that. So mastering school, is number one. Number two is mastering an instrument. Those who master instruments, there's statistically a thing that happens with, dementia and things like that later down in life. You're less likely to do that by learning an instrument, things like that. Master a sport, learning how to be coachable, right? Is the key there. Learning to hear another voice and being able to follow directions in the sport, and being able to do that. um and then a self-defense, mastering a self-defense was number 4, right? So self-defense could be boxing, MMA, doing like some jiu-jitsu, things like that. So he learns how to, defend himself in this crazy world. You don't know what's about to happen, so he learns how to do that. And the last one I do know was supposed to be the number 1, but master a relationship with God. I always put that on him, because if you can't talk to me about something, please talk to God, or look through Scripture, or find your way through Him, and master a relationship with God. But those are my 5 things that he has to do. It's mandatory in my home that he has to do, and he's on his way though. With all 5 of them, and I'm pretty excited that he was doing jujitsu in our hometown, and we're looking to get him into some boxing and some jiu-jitsu out here. But yeah, those are some things that we do here. But that's all we have for you guys today. I hopefully you guys got to learn a little bit about my guy here, and the things that that's important. And maybe I'm just doing this so you guys can have a conversation starter about your kids. Find out what they're nervous about, find out what they're excited about, find out what they're interested in. Spend some time with your kids, just acknowledging maybe how they like to be loved, and those things. These are things that are beneficial in your relationship with your kids, and it's so that exactly who you are raising and putting into the world. And we're all putting out beautiful, wonderful children, and I know you guys are doing that. And so thank you so much for listening to both of us. Are you thankful?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, did
thankful.
you have some fun today on the podcast?
Yeah,
Oh,
really fun.
yeah, he was a little nervous. That's why he's a more talkative, I guarantee you, but he's a little nervous or whatever. But we got through it, man, and he's feeling better. Look at him. Stretching and stuff. But man, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining us. I will put that stuff in the comment box below. And don't forget to get your black water today, www.blackmp.com. I'm gonna leave you with these 3 things, and these 3 things I always leave you with. I love you, I believe in you, and let's go make a difference, y'all.